Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, several things to discuss. We will go from Thiago Silva to Bayern, Chelsea, Jackson, Upamecano, Kobbie, Mainoo, Bruno, Fernandes. Let's jump into it today. And so guys, the market is always active, the news are always here, and today I wanted to start with a breaking news I've been telling you in the recent hours. It's a here we go. Thiago Silva, the Brazilian defender, the legendary defender, former Chelsea player who left Fluminense a few days ago as a free agent, has found a new club. Thiago Silva said yes to the proposal of FC Porto, a club where he already played when he was very young in the B team of Porto, similar to other players like Casemiro and others. Thiago Silva got this opportunity with Porto and agreed this transfer secretly a few days ago, and so now Thiago Silva will play for Porto on a contract until the end of the season with an option to extend. So everything is agreed, everything is done. Thiago Silva gets this new opportunity in Europe. As I told you, he left Fluminense because he wanted to go to Europe. He wanted to be closer to his family. His family is still in Europe despite he was playing in Brazil. They are based in London, and so he will play now for Porto. And good luck to Thiago Silva, who will have this new opportunity in European football with the World Cup 2026 incoming. And let's see if he's gonna make it. Talking about defenders, guys, don't forget the future of Upamecano, the centre-back of Bayern, because Bayern financially, I will not enter into details, but Bayern have made a really good financial proposal to Upamecano. In terms of money, in terms of contract, in terms of project, with the club pushing management, manager, because Vince and company is directly involved, Bayern, in the recent days, after new direct contacts with the agents of Upamecano, have made a really good proposal financially to the French defender. Upamecano is taking his time to consider his options. Let's see what's going to happen, for example, with other clubs. I told you, it was October, that Paris Saint-Germain are one of the clubs attentive on the Upamecano situation, and they remain attentive on the Upamecano situation. It's not only Paris Saint-Germain, there are more clubs keeping close eye to the situation. Bayern made their proposal, they are waiting for an answer. Bayern will not wait forever, of course. They want an answer as soon as possible, but at the moment the proposal is still fresh, so they are waiting for Upamecano communication. For sure an interesting situation to follow, because remember, he's out of contract in summer 2026, and so that could be an interesting situation in case he decides not to sign a new deal. But at the moment, the proposal is on the table, and Upamecano knows that Bayern made a big effort financially to try to keep him at the club. Serge Gnabry, Bayern winger, also expected to sign a new contract very soon. The agreement, in this case, is considered close, still some details to clarify, and then Serge Gnabry expected to put pen to paper and sign new deal at FC Bayern. On Bayern, guys, I'm getting many questions from Bayern and Chelsea fans on the Nicolas Jackson situation. Now, obviously, there is the AFCON, so we will see from February, March, how is going to be the situation of Nico Jackson at Bayern. The obligation to buy will not happen. They still have an option to buy for Nico Jackson, but at the moment, from Bayern, the intention to spend that huge amount of money for Jackson is something that people into the club don't see as realistic. So it will depend on what Jackson will do in the second half of the season. Maybe Jackson will be very important for Bayern, and in that case they can try to negotiate. Otherwise, it could be complicated to spend that money for Jackson. Eventually, Chelsea will look for a different solution, because between Jackson and Bayern, between Jackson and Chelsea, the story is considered over. I don't see any chances for Chelsea and Jackson to change their relationship and to continue together. That's not the case. From what I'm hearing, this situation for Jackson and Chelsea is completely over. There is a mega arriving from Strasbourg, and so let's see what happens with Bayern. Paying that amount of money, 65 million euros, is seen as really unlikely in this moment. Never say never in football, but as of now, could be complicated, and in that case, they will have to find a new solution. But again, will depend on the performances of Jackson in the second half of the season. And then, guys, Manchester United. To clarify something on the many questions I've been receiving from you on Bruno Fernandes. I told you that in January I don't expect any movement, despite all the interviews, all the quotes from Bruno. My expectation is not for Bruno to move in January. Bruno is expected to stay at Man United. We will see in summer 2026 what happens. From Saudi, they are still interested. There is a release clause into the contract of Bruno Fernandes. And the clause is not valid for Premier League clubs, it's only valid for clubs from the abroad, and is slightly over 60 million euros. So there would be the possibility for several clubs to attack. But in that case, it depends on what Bruno wants to do. Bruno said already in an interview a few days ago that he said no to Saudi, it was Al Hilal, in the summer transfer window. Bruno wanted to stay at Manchester United, but the clause is going to be still there in summer 2026, and so it's going to be up to Bruno to decide what he wants to do next and what's going to be the mission for him on the transfer market for summer 2026. As of now, I can guarantee that the focus of Bruno is completely on Man United. Bruno wants to do his best for Man United. Then there is the World Cup with Portugal as well. But in terms of club football, Bruno only wants to focus on United. He's not planning any transfer. It's from Saudi that they are still very interested in Bruno, but it's not Bruno entertaining talks or opening discussions already for 2026. That I can guarantee for you. The clause is there, but it doesn't mean that there is a negotiation. And then, guys, we will have to follow also in the next weeks the situation of Kobbie Mainoo. Ruben Amorim made clear that that shirt, free Kobbie Mainoo, for those who didn't see that, at Old Trafford, the brother of Kobbie Mainoo, Jordan, was there at Manchester United Bournemouth and was wearing a t-shirt with free Kobbie Mainoo on top of that. Ruben Amorim said he didn't see that, but he also said, I'm not going to sanction or punish Kobbie Mainoo because of a shirt he was not even wearing. It was someone else from his family. So he said, it's not that Kobbie is going to play because of that or he's not going to play because of that. So no consequences. But what I can tell you is that Kobbie Mainoo, in his mind, still has this desire to play more, still has this intention to go on loan, still has this plan to go play, develop, grow, and then return at Manchester United. But it's an opportunity for him to go and play. It's an opportunity for Man United to have a better player in the near future. It's an opportunity for the player to have a chance to go to the World Cup 2026 with England, because so far he started 0 games in the Premier League, and Kobbie doesn't want to be in this situation also for the second half of the season. So we will see how the conversations will go, because this story is up to Manchester United. From Napoli, they are really hoping for a solution. Napoli want Kobbie Mainoo. As I told you, it's more than 10 clubs, but Napoli, after McTominay, after Rasmus Højlund, they are both doing very good there. And Napoli hope that they can have the opportunity to get also Kobbie Mainoo from Manchester United, but this will be up to Man United and Ruben Amorim. So Mainoo is waiting, Napoli is waiting, they are waiting to see what Man United will do. At the moment, still no sort of green light, but for sure, a situation to follow. And so, guys, let me hear your thoughts on all these stories, from Nico Jackson to Upamecano, Thiago Silva to Porto, and then Kobbie Mainoo stay, or maybe it's better for him to leave on loan, and then Bruno Fernandes, what should he do in 2026, and Manchester United as well. Your opinion, guys, here in the comments, like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio. Ciao.